I'm so excited about today because, today's topic, before you go get your banana, this is a really good one. And it's all about social media. And I think this is a really good topic because, as you're a social media influencer.
I sure am.
I know for the work I do, if you are new here, you've never seen my face before, heard me, I'm a relationship coach. I live in England. I'm Shifter's mom, but I'm here visiting him in America. And we're kind of taking this opportunity to talk a little bit about relationships. And so I thought it'd be good to talk a little bit about how social media maybe, well, I won't even say maybe, is killing your relationships and how you can take those back.
It's going to be a powerful one.
The statistics say that 1 in 7 divorces has to do with social media right now. They're citing that 1 in 7 divorces. So whether it's a romantic relationship, your family relationship, your friendships, we're gonna call out the hidden damage that social media can do, and maybe some of the benefits of it as well. So it's not all bad because we're not anti-social media.
Otherwise, I think we're all for social media. I mean, like, we're all here because of social media. I mean, really quick, just in chat, I want to see if y'all are. I would love you guys' engagement today.
Yes, please.
Who here has experienced issues in any kind of relationship because of social media? Doesn't even have to be relationships, but I mean, like, even friendships,
family.
Has
it ever caused drama for you? Yes, no.
I'll say it's a big fat yes for me.
I'd say it's a big, massive fat yes for me as well. As someone who's been through divorce and I run a business on social media. Okay, someone says friendship and family. Where to start? So let's be real. Has social media ever made you feel worse about your relationships or yourself? Oh, someone says no here. Has social media ever made you feel worse about your relationships? It kind of has that ability to do that. He's got a banana. Most definitely. Yes. So what? An organic banana as well. Let everybody know. We're eating good here.
Eating right.
Mama's here. Okay, someone says, family getting upset because I won't allow them to follow me anywhere. Oh, this is really good because we're going to talk about this today. And what I know in relationships is if you don't have boundaries, you will 100% have barriers. So boundaries are like the way to get yourself to be in a position to feel like you can show up on social media, but still maintain your relationships in a healthy way. Okay, potassium break. Yes, potassium break. You need those electrolytes.
We just need to just like...
I'm having a coffee break. I haven't had coffee yet. Someone's going to screenshot that. I'm just going to let you know. That's going to be screenshot. Healthy versus unhealthy.
You got water?
You already had your organic vegan yogurt with some granola and some blueberries this morning. Eating good.
She looked, y'all. We had this yogurt.
Got the Kite Hill. Well, it's non-GMO. It's not quite organic. That's okay. Poor banana, someone says. Well, okay. So, what do you guys think the biggest way? What do you think the biggest way social media has messed up relationships? Is it jealousy? Is it oversharing? Is it unrealistic expectations? Is it created secrecy? When you think of social media in your relationships in your life, how has it created the biggest issues? What would you say for you?
I think it's a lot of comparison.
Yeah, I think that unrealistic expectation. You see things.
Yeah, I think like when you constantly see people that are happy, when you see people that are like doing things on social media that you want, or they have something that you want, you see people going on vacations, trips, you see people living this beautiful life, and it kind of just makes us like we always want more.
Yeah. We have a couple comments here. Social media paints a perfect picture of relationships and fails to show all the hills you have to climb. Oh my gosh, is that not true? And not liking what they see and having an opinion about it. That's why I decided to never let my family follow me anywhere. Yeah, that fear of judgment. Oh, someone said making private conflicts public. Ooh. Do you see that?
Bum.
Like everything's like idyllic and the couples are so happy. And then like 3 weeks later, you see like single and partying lifestyle going on. Like what happened?
No, yeah, 100%.
Turning conversations
Nesco
around.
says, "Hey, Mama Dukes,
Hey, how are you?
welcome in, Nesco." Turning conversations around 100%. Yeah, I think it's like how many people in chat here watch like dating shows?
It's like huge
Like
now. It's like a
it's
huge
so
thing.
popular. I mean, what's the big one that everyone's watching? Love Island.
Love
I think
Island's
Love
massive.
Island.
Yeah.
Everybody's be watching. I see so many people talking about Love Island. Um,
Oh, someone says there's too many back doors to hide messages instead of telling the truth and moving on.
mhm.
Social media can become this little secret playground where we almost have a different personality. We have like another life. I mean, it's interesting because you've been on social media now as Shifter for 3 years.
It's been
And
a little over 3 years. Yeah.
for a lot of you who may not know, some of you have been here from the beginning, but you didn't even show your face for maybe the first year and a half, would you say?
Yeah.
And what was the main reason behind that?
The
And then what was the secondary reason? Because I think there's a couple.
there's like there's a few different reasons. One was a little bit of my own insecurities. But two was almost it was because of a relationship, not showing my face, almost being like even to the point where like if I showed my face, like who are you trying to show your face for?
Yeah, so there's a
Who are
lot of
you like? What do you um there was conflict whenever I showed my face,
so
and so it just was like I would rather I would rather not. We got Kev Bear, guys. We got a first time chat. Hold up,
wait, Kev Bear says, how did I end up here? You were in the right place.
you
There is no
welcome.
coincidences.
The universe brought Kev here, guys. Let's drop a purple heart for Kev.
Welcome, Kev.
We got Aqua Drip says hello, welcome Aqua. Thank you for being in. No, I agree. I agree with that. Bananas. Too many backdoors of high messages. We talk about. I mean, how many times has trust and infidelity happen on that's where I feel like it starts
It
on
does
social
start. I
media.
mean, it's interesting because for those of you who don't know, I'm married. My husband and I met him on social media. I slipped into his DMs. Literally, yeah. I mean, literally, I was a Lizzo song, let's be honest. Okay, so like I just slipped in his DMs. But the funny thing is because I was at a place in my life where I wanted to approach the person. I didn't trust people who were approaching me. So I knew if I approached someone, it was going to come from a place of like a good intention because he was a very interesting human. He was doing cool things. It wasn't gross, it was like really a way to connect with him. But I found my husband on social media and I got to know him, and now we've been married 7 years. So there can be success. There is a lot of beauty in social media as well. But I think
Say so there is a small percentage of healthy online or healthy relationships that start online.
absolutely 100%. I was going to ask you a question. Do you think social media makes people too available for others? Like especially in the work you do, like do you feel that sometimes you've become like like there's no doors, people can just access you because you share a lot of, you're pretty vulnerable, you share a lot of your life. I know you
Yeah.
don't share everything, there's a lot of things people don't know about you, and that's sacred. You keep some of that stuff sacred. But hey, mom and
No,
son. Oh, okay,
Kev said
good.
you guys seem like a cute couple.
Ah, definitely mom and son.
This is Mama Shift
This is
right
my
here.
baby right here. I think, yeah, and just so everybody knows, you're in your 30s, young 30s.
I'm like 47.
No. So the mom and son. Oops, haha. It's funny. I think, when you
Angelina.
think about being too available for others, is that something that's ever crossed your mind? Have you had to kind of like adjust that as you've grown in your social media presence?
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's really about protecting my mental energy. Because what I realized is like I made it such a goal, when I first started that like I'm gonna respond to every DM. I'm gonna take
I remember that.
an hour long with everyone that wants to talk really quick. And it worked in the aspect of, of bonding with like the community and like growing those relationships, but like it wore my soul out. And, so
Yeah.
as I've grown, like I've found the importance and the value of um being a little mysterious. We talked about this not being as accessible, because when you are easily accessible by everyone, it makes it just removes some type of um it removes like the, I don't know, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I think it becomes like this place where all your energy is drained and you can't show up in other areas. So like people that you may not know, I do relationship coaching. So I am well versed in relationship literacy, and I help people have healthy relationships. And one of the things I can do with couples is ask them a few questions to see if social media actually is playing a role in the demise of your relationship. And if you're not in a relationship and you're listening to this, you might be someday, and you might have a family relationship. It could be even with your kids, it could be with your parents, it could be with your best friend. But social media becomes a distraction. We use it to numb out. And a lot of the times we have to ask, do I prioritize my other needs on top of social media? Or is social media, like you said, you started prioritizing like connecting with people online so much that you didn't have any energy left, you were just drained. So like, how do you show up in real life then for your health, your spirituality, your family? It's really difficult. Okay, we got a comment here. It says social media has just blown over the years that even the slightest innocent post can do lots of damage if fallen into the bad people's hands. This is so true. When you put something out there, we actually tell this to Rose, your daughter, my granddaughter. I always tell her anything you put out there potentially is out there forever. You can never take it back. So it's really important to be like mindful of like, what are you saying? Because it could be just a moment for you, but for someone else, we don't know what they're interpreting from that, what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I also think, let's talk a little bit about, I want to give you guys some actual tips. Like if you're listening to this, I'm going to give you something by the end of this chat. We'll kind of talk about it to like actually improve your life, because I'm all about like practical tools. So I want to ask, do you feel inspired when you go on your social media? Do you feel inspired? Like when you click on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you're on, Snapchat, do you feel inspired? Okay, we have a yes.
We got Pyro.
Hello,
Sailor
guys.
Pyro, welcome.
Sometimes not. This is really important to just take stock of when you open it up and you close it, whether it's half an hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Not often, we get not often actually. This is really interesting because you need to take inventory of what you're actually absorbing when you open that app. And oftentimes we're not inspired. We're walking away feeling more drained. We're feeling that jealousy. We're feeling FOMO, fear of missing out. We're just not in a good space.
I think even like even with me posting on social media, like there's a lot of times currently now where I'll find myself like doing a doom scroll late at night, or I'm being tired, and like feeling like I don't feel better after being on social. Like
you don't close it and go, oh, I feel so good.
Yeah,
now I'm going to bed. I'm ready for the next day. It's gonna be great.
Jenna said they feel jealousy. Yeah, I think there's a lot of the comparison and like the a lot of the jealousy. But it doesn't matter how like big or far you make it, because of that jealousy and like the comparison. There's always another creator way larger than you. There's always someone that's going to be doing better than you. There's always someone that's going to be that has something that you want, and it doesn't, trust me, like.
Okay, we have a comment. I love this. I love seeing artists at work. It inspires me a lot. That's beautiful, because this is taking your ability to use social media to inspire yourself. Okay, I always keep in the front of my mind that a lot of what's online is not portrayed how it is in real life. So it's interesting because we get in this mode of people aren't real, they're fake. But every post you see on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, it is a form of art. It's artistry. People are showing up and they're showing you a small piece of themselves. So you're not going to get everything in a post, in a reel. You're just going to see a piece of it. So it is important to read through that. Okay, someone says you need a lot of emotional intelligence not to let this virtual world turn you into a hostage. Ooh, 100%. So how do you do that? I want to give you the first this tip on starting to improve your relationship with social media and not be a statistic. Number one is I want you, no matter where you are in the world tonight, if it's night already for you, if it's going to be night, I want you to do a social media cleanse called the cleanse. I wish we had reverb on. Little sound effect.
Cleanse.
And the cleanse isn't just about removing things, it's also about adding things that make you feel good. So ask yourself a couple of questions. What accounts are you following that you tend to feel that jealousy, or that maybe it just gives you the ick? You know, even though you love seeing it, it's like watching a car crash. Like you shouldn't watch, but you keep watching it. But then afterwards you feel guilty. I mean, there are accounts that we watch, and there's some that I love. Like I'm not even going to say who. I'm not even going to say who. I'm not going to put myself out there. But there's some accounts that I love to watch, but I know that in the end, I end up feeling worse about myself. So I have actually literally unfollowed them. So just go through and pick out a few accounts that you're following and just unfollow them. You don't need to make an announcement. You don't need anything special, but just
instantly get like 5 unfollows. My dang, y'all. I'm just kidding.
See, you know, this is important. It's because it's not just about people, because sometimes it's not about like toxic positivity either. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to see people being real. And I know that your sister Valentine, she had this post on her social media and I absolutely loved it. I shared it because it was about celebrating women just showing their real vulnerability online, like having a moment crying. And sometimes we go, oh, that's so fake. No, maybe that's real. Maybe we need to see that. And we need to see people process that. That's not necessarily toxic or bad for you, especially if you're in a space where you don't know how to be vulnerable or don't know how to like show emotion. Maybe you need to be following some more accounts of people who are showing up and doing that to feel inspired to do that. It's all about where you are.
I think that's that's true as well. Is like we tend to, I mean, like a lot of people would question seeing someone post a video of themselves crying or something, or but I think it's just like you said it perfectly, like it's a way that like they have found a way to release, and maybe that's the only way that they know how to post their or like just like express their emotion. Is just, but it might be the only way. That might just be the only way that they thought of in that moment. And so it's kind of like what I've been doing with Shifter, is like when it comes to music or content, like that's been the way that's helped me, and like it's just,
I think anyone who follows your account can see the trajectory of your emotional landscape over the last 2 years. Losing your brother Hayden almost 2 years ago and watching some of the short films you created, that was your way of processing grief. That was your way as a creative of processing grief. Some people write, some people go in, some people go in nature, some people have to write a song, some people have to create a film, some people have to take a photo or make art. And I don't think that is necessarily toxic. I think it's about asking yourself, how does this affect me wherever I am? And this is a good statement here in the chat. The only person you should ever compete with is yourself to make yourself a better version of you. Oh, and then we have a comment before I want to read this. I've had to unfollow the accounts that post sad or negative things like breakup quotes. I noticed these were causing me to dwell on the negatives instead of focusing on healing and moving forward. This is good that you're having that self-awareness, because some people might be in the space where they know they need to end a relationship, but they don't have the courage. And maybe they need to be following some of those breakup accounts to feel like they need some of that courage, to make the move that they know is right for them. But everyone is so unique. And then I think people, if you look back, you see your trajectory, even just with like your breakup and your relationship and having to like move out and even facing homelessness, and your content has changed. And sometimes and everyone who's watching you probably sees it. And as you start to kind of come back, your content changes. Is that unauthentic? Or maybe that's actually the most authentic you can be. You can't fake it. You're not faking it. And that's really, really hard. It's really, really difficult.
I'm showing up the best I can.
Okay, someone says here also this getting into your mid 20s to 30s and seeing a lot of people around your age get married, doing a lot of trips, achieving many things. I can't read that. Can you see
It
that?
gives you this feeling of being behind with people, with where you're at in life, and that you should be there as well.
Oof. If that's the way you're feeling, I actually have this beautiful woman who follows me, and she's much younger than me. I think she's 29, and she posted something about how she's not seeing any musicians anymore that are women musicians who are actually still doing in the industry, and that it's just dying. And I instantly was like, your feed needs to get cleaned up, because I sent her about 10 women artists who were in their 50s and 60s who were still killing it in the industry, and she was so thankful. It is, our we will be really, whatever we focus on is what we're going to see more of. So whatever you're looking for out there, you're going to find.
And say, yeah, when you're like, you are what you gravitate towards, your thoughts and your actions, and like the, like even like an hour was worth of watching like a reality show of dating and love. Like, what do you think your mind's gonna be on? Like, what are you
Constantly trying? Yeah.
And
I always say this, like, if you want an incredible relationship, are you hanging out with people who have incredible relationships? Because you're going to feel inspired by those people. If you're hanging out with all the single people who hate love and hate relationships, they're just going to encourage you to just stay in that mode of hating relationship. You got to get yourself to a place where you're feeling good about it. So, okay, someone says, I'm nearing 30s. I'm not close to where age relatives are at, but I'm just vibing. I can focus on myself. Yeah, I mean, your social media should just be your playground to be you. And we get so judgmental on social media. It's like a channel. You can switch the channel, man. If you don't like what you see, go off. It's difficult because in my community of people, my husband and I do relationship coaching, and in the Muslim community, like as a couple, we like show up public. People are like, what? You shouldn't be sharing that. You shouldn't be sharing that. That's too, but we don't see healthy, positive relationships that often. So like we want to share not everything, but we want to share the good too. And I think it's important. It's not just the highlight reel, but it's the real reel. So I wanted to ask, what are some red flags in a relationship that show up through how people use social media? What are some red flags?
All right, chat. Let's drop an example. What's a red flag that someone does? Now here's the thing too. Is it now there's an aspect I've come across this where especially being like, with where I'm at on socials is where, my whole life is basically broadcasted, is where someone may want extreme privacy about their relationship. So it's like, is it a red flag or a green flag if someone wants the relationship not to be public?
Ooh, that's a big one. So if you're with somebody and they say,
just drop.
I don't want to
red flag chat. Any red flag.
Any red flag. Okay, we got a couple coming up. So is it a red flag when someone says, don't post me online? I don't want anyone to know we're together. Ooh, I would say that's a red flag. I don't like that. Okay, we got a couple here. You want the whole list or just the highlights? Okay, at the top of my head, what type of photos or videos are you posting? What are the type of people you're following? Oh, this is good. Because I guess it's, art is discerning. So if you're about to get in a relationship with someone, yes, you should do a social media audit. Go and find them. Go look them up. Get deep. You know me, I'm like a detective.
We'll find out.
People will find you. And remember,
we'll find out.
So go online and see what they're posting. You don't be curious instead of judgmental though. Ask questions if
I'm judgmental. Just like, no, I'm curious. We're curious.
You should be curious. Don't be judgmental. But overuse of filters or AI content is a red flag. Ooh. Okay. How much of life are you dedicating to making it into a post? Okay, this is interesting. Again, some of these are amber flags, I like to call them, or like yellow flags, but Some of these could be red flags for you. So someone who uses a filter, for example, maybe they're having a really bad day and they didn't get sleep. They want to feel good. It's okay, but if they look like a different human in real life, you go meet them at the coffee shop and you're like, whoa, 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 I don't know who you are. Yeah, I think that would be a definite red flag. We want real photos, right? We want to see real people showing up as they are. I think AI is a huge thing right now. Like, how do you think AI is playing into social media? Are we getting less authenticity, or
I
is
think
it?
we're gonna be all of us will be we're gonna end up marrying AIs. We're gonna end up
You're so pessimistic.
that's the truth. But no, I think AI is like it's like there's just an aspect of like it is going to be a tool that replaces a lot of things like Google did, even with content creators. Like there's like I've seen it like there's new like AI creators and they look like they're like real people,
Oh yeah.
and like it's good content.
It's
You can't beat it. And so I was like, I'm even like to like we're gonna have to create like we have to create an AI version of myself, or else we will just be there will be there's gonna be an AI shifter out there somewhere. Uh,
Well, here's the funny thing. My husband and I, we use AI in our business, obviously, to help us get
only
admin.
AI.
We to get admin work done. But here's the funny thing. I've had a running joke with my husband for the last year and a half, 2 years, that AI is the secret wife behind the scenes. Like this, the second wife. I was like, oh, you're with the second wife tonight. You know,
He actually listens.
she actually listens. She never talks back. She always gives good advice. You know, she understands. Okay, so people are saying there's a lot of fake and very little authenticity on social media. Okay, ChatGPT shifter, LOL. Yes, absolutely.
Kweneke,
We have another comment. If I'm in a relationship, people can know, but I prefer not to share details about it. So I guess this is where we come to the next tip is if you are in a relationship with somebody, is to have these conversations about creating boundaries. Like I said, because if you don't have boundaries, you will have barriers. And boundaries could be, for example, like what's the rule between us that we get to create about interaction with other people? Like if you're straight person, like the opposite gender, are you okay with your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife talking to the opposite gender, having friendships, having private DMs? What does that look like? The second thing I would say is actually talk about how much access you have to each other's social media. And I mean like the passwords. What do you guys think about passwords? Sharing passwords with someone? Is that a no-go for you or fine, not a problem?
sharing passwords. I need to take a moment.
Oh, we gotta.
Kweneke, I remember you 1000%. It was like 6 or 7 years ago when I was streaming on my old accounts. Yes, I remember playing Escape from Tarkov, and I would have like one or two viewers, and Kweneke was there. So
Oh wow.
hey, Kweneke, thank you guys. Can we drop a purple heart for Kweneke? Like I'm
That's
not kidding.
amazing.
It was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Baby shift.
This was before
Baby shift, way
This was
before shift was even
way
born.
before Shift. Um, so thank you for being here. I remembered
Wow, blast from the
right when you
past.
said Kweneke. That's why like I read the name and I was like Kweneke. I remember you. Damn, that's crazy. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're welcome to the stream.
Oh,
Welcome.
okay. We've got some responses to giving your password to people. Some people say no problem. Someone says it's fine for me, but not a requirement. My ex insisted I have this, but didn't need it because I trusted him. And we got another one says I give my significant other their own fingerprint scan to access my whole phone. I am
I'm like for me, I'd be like $1,000.
$1,000. You give me the password.
I'm just playing.
It's hard. It's hard because we won't go into too much detail, like privately. Like we want to keep something sacred. But you've struggled with this in your relationships in the past. I have too. I've been cheated on social media in my past relationships. I've experienced a lot of, my husband and I, in our work we do, we're pretty well known out there. We're on national TV. We're in interviews a lot. And so we get a lot of people coming at us. And my husband has a lot of people coming at him for relationship advice. Now you can imagine how vulnerable people are. We share passwords. I have nothing to hide from my husband, and he has nothing to hide from me. Matter of fact, we have a rule that if we get contacted by someone of the opposite gender and it has anything to do other than work, we tell each other instantly. We just share it. Because I'm not always checking his social media because I trust him, but it's there if I want to. He can log into my computer right now and see everything. It's not an issue. $1,000. That's a lot of venison meat. So
Kwaniki, thank you so much. But no, I agree. And the thing for me is like I'm at this point where it's like if you logged in, you better respond to a couple comments or you better help answer some emails or
yeah, if you're going to be
you
in there,
know,
so like not only just to be
that's the price you have to pay basically.
That's not just the detective work. You actually want them to be. That's actually really amazing because we do that. My husband and I will do that. Taff and I.
Like if you're gonna log into the Instagram, go respond to a couple things. Go trigger the algorithm. All right.
That actually could help a lot, though. I think that's like a really good way of looking at it. Okay, someone says my partner could always look through my phone, but it has never been the case or never happened because it was never a mutual need. Okay, so someone says for me, the red flag would be a partner insists on having the other's password. I'm happy for him to have mine, but insisting can cause me to panic since I was denied any privacy growing up. Okay, so now we're talking about some root trauma. This is this could be a big conversation about having that autonomy and privacy, but still feeling safe. So that's difficult. Oh, I wanted to ask you this question, and I think we've talked about it before, but as a creator for YouShift, how do you handle people crossing the line in your DMs, in your comments, and keeping that dignity and respect? Because you've got millions and millions of views all over your platforms. You've got a lot of followers. We know there's a lot of people in the DMs. There's a lot.
I mean, like, it was really bad at the beginning. Like really bad. As like the shifter movement kind of like blew up a little bit and like we got some traction.
Well, I think it's important for your people to know, like, you were in a relationship when you started this.
Correct.
So you were like living with your partner. You guys were in a relationship. So that dynamic it changed halfway through where you became single. So let's talk about before you became single. Like, you said that was very difficult. Was it?
It wasn't difficult, but there was just a lot in the beginning.
Did it cause any tension in that relationship?
Yeah, 100%. But the thing is like there wouldn't be a lot of like there would be like some people like being really like blunt and upfront. But I noticed like, like with the way that I portrayed myself as, like emotionally, somewhat aware and intelligent and not like doing anything of thirst traps or like attracting that kind of energy. I noticed like
you weren't even like unmasked at that point. You always wearing a helmet. No one saw your face.
No one even saw. I got more DMs when people didn't see my face.
You couldn't even get verified because you couldn't show your face on social because they were like, we don't know who you are. We can't even verify your ID because you didn't.
Yeah, they're not gonna do nothing. But like it was like I just for me it wasn't like difficult, but I typically would just like straight up ignore it. But what I noticed is that people will they're respectful about it. They're nice. Like it'll come up like weeks or a couple months of like something will happen where maybe I don't give them enough attention.
And then they change.
Yeah, or they change, and it's not even like because like I go into everything that I do with like pure intentions and like if I'm not reaching out just because I think someone is attractive or I want something with them, and like so it was like I could just tell like
sometimes you don't even know.
I stayed true to the I just
whether it was a man, woman, old, young. It didn't matter. You treated them the same.
I treated 100%. I treated everybody
human
the
same.
Like I didn't.
So then take us forward to when your relationship ended, and then right before that you decided to take off your helmet and you started to show your face. And did you see an increase in people connecting with you and wanting to in the DMs, like social media? Like, did you see it become did you see a change?
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, it was I mean, yeah, I've definitely at first, like I saw more people like commenting and being, just like, oh my gosh, Shifter, you're so handsome and all things like that. But I mean, it wasn't like a huge influx. Like I said, like I feel like I've portrayed myself as someone that like carries himself well for the most part, and but I think like the thing is like going from before and after my relationship, nothing changed in the way that I um would talk to people, like
You stayed the
especially
same.
especially with like females, because like I've been going through so much in my own life, and but B, I'm laser focused.
You
I'm
got time for that.
laser focused on the mission, and so yeah, just like it really hasn't changed. Like
Yeah, it takes okay, someone says I feel like the whole anonymous biker movement and then revealing their faces is very sexualized. Yeah, it can be definitely. And I think for you it was more about making this into a career for work, and you realized you were having a lot of brands and companies reach out to you and getting verified, and they wanted to actually see your name and your real name and your face. And so you were very slowly kind of realizing the being anonymous was actually harming you and your ability to make a career out of this.
yeah,
And so for you, it was less about becoming eye candy and more about like actually making a living doing this. And I think that was a hard thing. And I think people, for a long time, people maybe thought something different. But I think it's really big. So, when we're talking about that cleanse, it's not just about removing accounts that don't inspire you. This is so, so important. I want to give you a challenge if you're watching this. I want you to find accounts that align with you and go follow some new accounts. So sometimes it's about, like when you're in a health kick, it's not just about removing the bad food, it's also about like putting the good stuff in.
yeah.
Yeah. So we got to add some like good vitamins in. So it's really really important to do that. I know for myself, like if I'm not surrounded by, when I get in my feed, if I don't see stuff I'm inspired by, I gotta find stuff that inspires me, because that's what it should be there for 100%. So for you
Cleanse
now,
yourself.
cleanse yourself. So for you, like what uplifts and aligns with who you are as Shifter right now? Like what are you doing online that maybe looks different than 2 3 years ago?
Well, I mean,
You have no idea I'm going to ask these questions, so
the whole movement started with strictly like mental health and just like solo moto vlogs by myself, doing more short films, more inspirational on that aspect, and it completely shifted more into just creating content.
there we
All
go.
right, there we go. Should be back. Uh, um, but the first year and a half of this movement was all about the mental health and motivational side of things, but that shifted over to writing with Rose, and like life has directed this movement, and like it's still, everything is still part of what I've done, but like it's always changed and evolved, and like there will always be writing with Rose content, there will always be a motivational side of it, but like a lot of my energy has been going into music, and it has been going into um music.
Yeah, it's
Like it's just
definitely music. I think it's
it's
music.
it's been, and so like it's not to say that, like I said, like everything is gonna remain like I couldn't fathom myself not making like content with Rose, and
But do you think they all kind of combine? Because anyone who listens to your music on Spotify and Apple, little
by
drop
the way,
there.
if you guys hang out, should I give them a little tease of heartbreak? Let me see, there we go, it worked.
I think, oh gosh, this song is it's the best song you've done yet. You and Valentine, you've created this song from the ground up, every single spot of it. Valentine's on it. Your sister. It's literally the best. And I'm your mom, and so I know I have You know,
Not just hyping me up.
I'm not just hyping you up. It's really good. It's incredible. So I can see in your songs though, we can see we're hearing the story of like the journey you've gone on with literally, oops, sorry, your heartbreak and your journey with social media, even your daughters and so it's still, I think they're like connected. Like for a lot of people, like how would you say the motorcycle and music is connected? What is the similar thing? What do they give you?
Uh, that that feeling of that feeling of creativity, and peace, and like being like it helps heal me in a sense. Like it's like an escape for me.
And sometimes we need that escape in a good way.
Yeah,
It's about creation. It's you see,
yeah.
like we're so this is another thing, we're so busy consuming that we stop creating. Yeah, next time you don't have to be an artist to create. You could do anything. Like creating could be just moving your body, getting out there, connecting with people, sharing your wisdom, having some fun. I don't know what you love to do. Oh, okay, Jess put your music on her stream last night. Oh, that's
Shout out to
amazing.
Mama Jess.
That's incredible. Yeah,
Shout out.
what people don't know is you're going to be dropping this new song coming up just a few weeks, 6 7
Yeah.
weeks.
I
But
was
it's
gonna just drop it right away for you guys, but for those of you guys that don't know, we're gonna be having this is gonna be our third official shifter movement, August 31st.
what happens during the
Um,
shifter movement? Tell people.
During the shifter movement, there's music. We're gonna be having a huge merch drop.
Incredible, incredible apparel. It's like
It's
the
a
colors are
We
amazing this
got
season.
colors. We got
Oh,
everything's
they're
updated.
different. It's different. It's so beautiful. I want the whole collection.
We've got a lot of stuff. August is a big month for us. I'm getting prepared and getting ready.
We're actually doing a little photo shoot tomorrow with some of the new apparel.
I can't wait.
We can't tell people where we are. I don't know if there's anybody local listening, but we'll be in the cities, Minneapolis.
Tell them to come through.
Find us on the streets of
We're
Minneapolis.
in Minneapolis.
Be doing a shoot.
Minneapolis.
We'll be doing some amazing content with the new merchandise and the apparel. It's beautiful. I'm really excited about it. So I think there is a connection there in your sharing. So if you feel like you didn't have the bike at all, like the motorcycle was gone, do you feel like you could keep doing what you're doing?
Like it's it'd be very difficult for me. I think mentally, like I'm my whole like my whole back that bike is like the back has been like my backbone. With our support he could. No, you're so sweet.
Oh,
um
absolutely. Mama Shifter is a great manager. Absolutely. We got a lot of amazing people in this community who are supporting you. And I think as you slowly kind of come back to a place where you're feeling stable again now, you're coming back into your wider community and sharing. Like that's why I was saying you're talking about social media. Like it's gonna change because you're changing. It's a reflection of you. Yeah, definitely. I love you, brother. Yeah, lots of comments. So, what would you guys like to see more of on social media that you're not seeing now? If you could say, I'd love to hear what you would love to see more of. Because
Diana says a legend doesn't crumble. A legend doesn't retreat.
what would you like to see more
Do
of
you know
on
what that's
social media?
from?
Yeah, it's from Note to Self. Note to Self. Legend doesn't crumble. Legend doesn't retreat.
What would I like to see more of?
Yeah.
People trying new things.
Ooh, I like that.
I want to just like wake up and just see like, like I don't know, just like who's like a big creator that just wouldn't expect be doing something new, like something different. That's what like I used to love doing. Like I felt like like with my old short films, like there wasn't a lot of people doing any of those short films at all.
Not in
With
your
like
genre. Not
yeah, with
not in
like
the motor vlogging community. Yeah. Oh, someone says I'd love to see a day in the life of Shift. Oh, maybe we got to film that while I'm here.
I thought of the thing is too is like I do have like this fear of like filming without the permanently without the helmet. and like I have this fear of like rebranding as like a normal creator and not just like as like um a normal creator that doesn't wear a helmet every day, musician. And like the thing that I've really wanted to do like the short with my short films is to turn those into like my music videos. Like having my songs are only like 2 minutes long typically, and like having like a 2 minute short film that leads into the song, like with the message behind the song, and it'd be like a short film slash music video. Like that's
Yeah.
incorporating everything. Like, you know, maybe
Yeah.
there's little parts of me on the bike.
Okay, we have a comment. I want to see more of people doing what they do just because they enjoy it, not because they're feeling pressured by fame or staying in the algorithm. It adds an authenticity and is more relatable. That is so true. Oh my gosh. There's a like a performative thing. I've never bought likes. You've never bought likes ever. And I know there's a lot of people in my community who have paid for a lot of advertising and likes. And I'm not saying that's necessarily like a terrible thing, but every single like that I have is just authentic. It's people that have come through because they resonate with me. And not everyone resonates with me. And that's okay. You don't have to follow me. Just unfollow. It's okay.
You don't gotta follow me.
No. Okay, see it as trying something new. You said it yourself. You want to see creators trying something new, so maybe set an
Call me
example. Set an example. What are you doing?
I gotta be the one to stand out. You're right. You're right, Cadence. 100%.
Yeah, 100% doing something new. I think this is interesting. I think a lot of people are scared to get out of their comfort zone, and you talk a lot about that. And I think a lot of our mental health, we get stuck in this place of thinking we can never be, and we have to like somehow, I don't know, like we are not able to just show up and be the person we want to be. We have to wait for either the money to come, or we have to lose the weight, or we need the new bike, or we need the new thing, or we need new clothes,
Or the new
or
microphone.
the new microphone that you want.
Then literally, y'all, come
You want
on.
the new
No,
microphone.
I'm good.
You know, it's funny. I many years ago became a photographer, and I became a professional photographer without a camera, without a studio, without a website, and I blew up. I blew up in a good way. And I borrowed, every time I had a photo shoot, I'd borrow a camera till I could afford one. It took me a year and a half to buy my first camera. And I remember dropping I think it was $5,000 to $7,000 on my first set of equipment. And then then a year and a half later, I got my first studio, and I blew up. I was making, a lot of money in the first year. I was making nothing. And it was difficult, but you can do anything you set your mind to. You can do anything. There's actually movies now that are recorded on iPhone, like full length award-winning movies. So get that microphone, but you know what? Are you gonna play it? Are you gonna play a little sneak peek of the song that's recorded on your not favorite mic, but mashallah, it's good. That's because your pictures are amazing, Mama. Oh, thank you so much.
Amazing. You know, I started out on an iPhone 11. It was an iPhone XR actually. When I first started as Shifter, my first few bits of content, like it was on an iPhone XR. There's truth in that. We were editing everything on my phone. I didn't have a computer.
You didn't even have the same bike you had now. You had another bike, the original OG bike.
Shout out to the Z400. Banana says, never get too comfortable. Comfort kills opportunities. Love that. I won't forget it.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does.
The truth. Well,
are we gonna play it a little bit?
Do you have what let's wrap it up, and we'll end it with some heart. We'll end it with a sneak peek. Stay tuned, guys. Don't leave yet. We're about to end the stream here in just a few moments. We're gonna wrap it up. But stop letting social media not just kill your relationships, but I feel like it kills your relationship with yourself. That's the biggest thing. And the way that we love and treat ourselves is a kind of a mirror of how we treat other people.
That's true. So do that social media cleanse tonight. Remove some accounts that don't align with you, not just other people. Just judge it for yourself. No one needs to know. And add some that make you feel inspired, that bring you to a place of feeling peace, happiness, excitement, inspiration.
If
Just
you're gonna
add,
be like, I feel like if you're gonna like be on social media and like, for me, I'm constantly like watching tutorial videos.
yeah.
If I find myself like wanting to binge, I'm gonna go binge on some tutorial videos or like some knowledge stuff so I can go learn some things so I can feel inspired to do something.
Yeah, you're constantly doing that. Yeah, it hurts your mental health 100%. And then also the second thing as part of your cleanse, just focus on for a week creating more than consuming. Just for a week, just for 7 days. What is today? We got Wednesday. Just till next
Every
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So from now to next Wednesday, just go look at your phone. You can tell, you can see how many hours you spent on your phone. If that's, you don't even want to know. We looked at your
I'm
phone.
about to check out Rose's phone.
Yeah, check out Rose's phone because it's dangerous. You shouldn't be really spending that much time. So then ask yourself if how many hours you're spending. Are you doing the equal amount of time creating? And that could be cooking, art, whatever you love to do. Just create. No, that's
go
scary. Someone
create.
doesn't want to check. So it's a good reality check. So look at your last 5 posts, and if someone were to look at your last 5 posts, what would they assume about you and your life? Think about what you're posting. Think about what you're sharing. Maybe share something vulnerable, something real, something that you're creating versus consuming. Show up more.
Mama says maybe we need a new shifter challenge.
Hey, I like it. I like
I
the
have to
shifter
pull
challenge.
something out. Might have to get the dust off this old, get the rust and dust off this old back.
I just thought of something. You know what's really strange? Rose is going to be 11 this year. You could be a grandfather in just 7 years, 7, 8 years. Maybe grandpa shift.
Grandpa
Oh my
shift.
God, grandpa shift. I just thought of that. If she gets married young,
I'm gonna need a new cosplay for that.
grandpa shift. Could you imagine? That was crazy.
They assume I belong in a Looney Tune. Oh my gosh, can we?
I am grandpa shift. You better like lock that down now. That username.
Be a fly ass grandpa.
You would be a
Grampy shift. I'm starting to get some gray hairs that's coming in, guys. Some
you look
silver.
good. The silver is coming in. It's okay.
My salt and pepper is about to. I'm not even in my prime yet.
It's going to be weird because I'm back. My social media was way back in the MySpace days and AOL online. So I'm real old. We had pagers. Hashtag I am grandpa shift. Stop making us feel old.
Y'all old. Old as
No, let
hell.
Rose be a baby. Yes, I want Rose to be a baby forever, but she is the most adult 10-year-old I've ever met in my life. We had deep conversations the other night. We stayed up till midnight talking about relationships. And she was like, Gigi,
Rose
she goes,
is very intelligent.
This is literally the question. She said, Gigi, tell me everyone you've ever loved in your life. I was like, wait a minute, what? And she goes, and why? And what was the hardest relationship? And what was the easy? She was asking me like really profound interview questions. And I'm thinking to myself, you're a 10-year-old. Why? She's
that is Rose, y'all.
She's smart. She's smart.
That is Rose, yo. Well, guys, let's drop a purple heart in chat for Mama Dukes. We have been able. Oh, look at that! Marmar just gifted holy moly!
Oh my
10
gosh!
subs. Marmar, thank you.
Bless you, Marmar.
So much. I appreciate you. Damn. And why that is deep.
I'm just reading through the chat here. Oh, it's so good to see you guys. Good to see you guys in the chat. I'm here for a couple more weeks.
Here for a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
We'll get Mama Dukes again on stream. We are gonna be, really quick. Like I said, we're about to end the stream, but I'm gonna be just going forward. I still will be doing some more streams throughout the week. But I'm going to be truly, and I mean this, like I've done a lot of thinking and a lot of planning, like every Wednesday at noon o'clock is going to be the shift show. Okay, guys. So like every Wednesday, 12 o'clock Central Time, like expect that's going to be our day, guys. So like community days, family days, we'll do other stuff, but it's just for me, like I would 100% rather give you guys value over quantity. Eat my bow said hi.
Oh, whoa. I think
Not funny.
If we go out and we're gonna go out and do some content tomorrow and shoot some of the new merch. I might sneak maybe I'll take over your stories for an hour or two, and I'll post them behind the scenes.
Oh my goodness.
Mama Shift, take over the stories
Mama
on
Shift.
Instagram. Can I do that? Would you give me the
yeah.
permission? Since we're talking about social media, would you trust me with your account?
Of course, I would trust you.
Oh
with
my God, I'm gonna
account.
take. Can I take over the account for a day?
Like we talked about
Like we
earlier. You
do.
better respond to some comments. You better engage with the community. As long you should do a story and saying like, okay, guys, like I'm taking over. I think like 100% hashtag Mama Shift takeover.
I think we're gonna do it. I think we should do it. I'd have fun. You would see a lot more. Trust me, from my perspective, it'd be fun. Oh man, are we gonna play a little bit of the new song that's coming out, Heartbreak?
So,
you haven't snuck this anywhere yet.
I don't think you guys have heard this at all.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So this just really quick before we this song Heartbreak, we talked a little bit about the context last week. But the beat, the vocals, everything has been produced with my own hands. Right on this MacBook. How many hours do you think you just looked over and see me just working on this in the last 2 weeks?
I've fallen asleep listening. This song is in my head playing nonstop because it's just like, because you be breaking it down. He's got like I don't even know. It looks like a science experiment. Your production.
It literally it does.
It's amazing. It's beautiful.
It's seeing. I'll show you guys one of these days.
Can I just say something as your mother? Like, I'm really proud of you watching you learn how to produce, record your own music. I know it's been a hard journey for you. I see you literally up at night, learning, growing, figuring it out for yourself. And there's a lot of people who don't want to take that leap. They just want to get it done. And you have not taken the road that was easy. And so seeing the fruits of your labor has been so beautiful, and hearing your production in this song, I've just seen you grow leaps and bounds. Like, you're not ready for this next shift music. It's so good. It's just getting better. And by the way, you're this one's just done. You're already starting the next one. I'm so excited. It's just going.
I was already
it's going.
Like, so yeah, and this is another thing too I want to say is like about stepping out of your comfort zone is like, you know, learning. When you learn to do things, like instead of consuming when you're on socials, like learn stuff, guys, because like when you figure out you can do things. And when like I have been editing my own music for well over a year now, year and a half. And to be able to get to this point to where I've released a song that in my eyes is like, you guys are about to listen to it, but like I'm so proud of myself, and like knowing that I was able to do this, it unlocks something for you to go out and do it again. And so thank you. I love you.
And I can't wait to see the world receive this song. And I'm trying to get Shift in a suit for maybe a video for this song. So I don't know what you guys think. I'm just putting it out in the universe, because you know what you say. You said put it out there and it will come true, right? So I just put it out. So here we go. So good to. Oh yes, we got people saying yes. Oh yes. Shift in a suit. Let's do it.
Well,
we gotta keep it moving. That right there for shift and movement.
Hey,
Eve. Shout out to Eve. I appreciate you. Marmar and Eve coming through with the gifted subs today. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all.
If you're watching us on YouTube, we're live on Twitch.
Ready to eat my bowel. Welcome to the Shift family. Eat my bowel.
Aw.
We're playing Eat My Vowels. A-E-I-O-U. All right, guys. So we're gonna play Heartbreak.
Not the whole song, right? Are you playing the whole song or just a clip?
I don't know.
Should we put the picture up on the screen?
Oh wait, should I show you guys the artwork for it?
No, not Shift in a suit. I'm a lesbian. That's not good.
We're gonna go to music. We just go like this. Just have it like be open.
Let's just have it as our background.
You guys want to see? You guys are gonna get the first.
Oh man, this is. Be careful what we share, because it's out. Once it's out, remember.
Yeah. It's okay. What do I want to go to? Screen share. We got the artwork. Heartbreak. Guys, without further ado, if y'all are enjoying this song, please drop some emojis for me. I appreciate you guys so much for being here, more than you guys know. Um, this song is you know, it's not so much of like a radiating huge energy like let's dance club bop. This is more of a song that's it's just more passion, more relatable, more storytelling.
It's really from your heart.
It's
Literally.
really from my heart, truly. So, without further ado, let me go like this really quick. Do you have anything else you want to say, Mama Dukes?
No, it's just good to see you guys here. So go out and
Go out and break free.
yeah, make your social media a place of peace and inspiration.
All right, guys. Without further ado, I'm gonna give him a little sample. I hope you guys can hear it. Where is it?
Desktop audio, Mike.
Where is it? All right, guys, drop some emojis if y'all like it.
The shifter.
Wait. Could y'all hear that? Did you guys hear it? I need to make sure. Let me. Okay. All right. Whatever.
Already like it straight away.
The shifter. Have you ever walked on glass so that you could keep the peace? I was breaking my back while you sat and watched me bleed. I kept it all together as I slowly felt apart. I was trying to find my light, but you kept me trapped up in the dark. And you didn't see the weight I carry every single day. I just wish that losing you wasn't the price I'd have to pay. Cause I'm stepping out the shadows, I'm learning how to breathe. You thought you could break me, but look at me, I'm finally free. So why you wanna change who I'm trying to be? I finally found a way to be a better me. And yeah, I know you had the best of me, but you can't get no more of my energy. Don't come crying when you know it's too late, cause I don't want your apologies anyway. You didn't listen when I asked for you to change, so you gon' sit back and listen to my heartbreak. You gon' sit back and listen to my heartbreak.
Oh, gee golly. That's all y'all get for right now. I'll give you guys a first verse. First is the worst, second is the best. You guys remember.
Ugly crying here. Oh,
I hope you guys like that sneak peek. A banger. A metalcore edit.
we're gonna do a metalcore edit. We're gonna do a metalcore edit. I think that'd be good. Fire, so cool. Okay, I legit love it, and I can relate to it more than I care to admit.
I kind of want to just
Oof.
play the second verse.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it yet. You can't do
Kinda
it.
wanna
Hold
play.
back. Hold back. Protect. Keep the boundary. It's coming. Good stuff's coming. We're actually gonna release this song early to people who want to get it before the release date. If you want to buy it before it comes out on Spotify and Amazon, so stay tuned for that in a few weeks.
I'm ready. I'm ready to drop it. Thank you guys so much. I love y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Heartbreak is gonna be coming soon, guys. I think we're planning for it's gonna launch on Shifter Movement Day, August 31st, which is another freaking 7 weeks away. But like my mom said, we are going to be let me reveal us really quick. We are going to be it will be available on my website. And so you'll be able to bless you.
Thank you.
And so it's still 7 weeks away, but I am going to be adding it to the website for pre-order. So if you guys want to listen early to it, it'll be available on the website here soon. So stay tuned, y'all. But Heartbreak it's done. You guys could hear my sister. I don't know if you guys could hear my sister at all.
Valentine.
On there. She was you could hear her with some of the harmonies on there, and it sounds freaking
It's fire. It's
it
beautiful.
sounds amazing. It sounds so good. Thank you guys so
Love
much
you guys
for
too.
being here
It was
today.
good to see you all. Good to hear you all on the chat, and look forward to the next one
You know, I'm gonna play that intro again as we
as we exit.
exit out. One more time. I'm gonna play the intro one more time for you guys. I love y'all. Thank you for being here. next Wednesday. Don't forget, y'all, Wednesday, 12 p.m. Central. We're gonna make these Wednesdays fun. I love y'all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Let me go. Scenes. Goodbye.
Hey, Shifter. Have you ever walked on glass so that you could keep the peace? I was breaking my back while you sat and watched me bleed. I kept it all together as I slowly felt apart. I was trying to find my light, but you kept me trapped up in the dark. And you didn't see the weight I carry every single day. I just wish that losing you wasn't the price I'd have to pay. Cause I'm stepping out the shadows, I'm learning how to breathe. You thought you could break me, but look at me, I'm finally free. So why you wanna change who I'm trying to be? I finally found a way to be a better me. And yeah, I know you had the best of me, but you can't get no more of my energy. Don't come crying when you know it's too late, cause I don't want your apologies anyway. You didn't listen when I asked for you to change. So you gon' sit back and listen to my heartbreak. You gon' sit back and listen to my heartbreak.